All right, what's going on, YouTube? It's Trevor here at the OG McNeil's Garage, and we are working on the big bad Suburban today. I bought it knowing the brakes were a little iffy. I could feel that there was definitely like a warped rotor or something. You can kind of feel it, chugging along when you start to hit the brakes. And so we got it up here on the lift today, and the other day it started making this noise that I think wasn't brakes. And as soon as I put it up on the lift, I knew exactly what it was. Check this out. This is your wheel. And I'm not sure how well you can see that, but this thing moves every which way and you can hear it clunking. So we got bad wheel bearings. I'm doing all 4 brakes today, along with this wheel bearing, because this is Michaela's main car now, and I need her to be safe and good for Eleanor, just in case anything happens. Definitely don't want this wheel falling off. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting these off. Tabby and Jason just ran to CarQuest for me. Sorry, they ran to Napa for me to get a new wheel bearing, and then we'll be changing that out, as well as all 4 rotors and pads. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. Okay, so I got the rotor off. See if you can see this a little bit better now. You can hear it anyway, but with the ABS, you have to disconnect everything. So I unplugged it, or unclipped it here, unclipped it here, and then unclipped it from the harness here. I'm assuming the wheel bearing probably has a new ABS wiring. So what I'm gonna do now is take this nut off here, and then I think I got these 3 nuts back here I gotta take off. So I'm gonna go ahead, yank this out, and then Tabby and Jason should be back, and then I'll just be able to slap the new one right in. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. Got the old wheel bearing off. Here it is over here. Not sure if you'll actually be able to see this on camera, but you can definitely hear it. So I'm glad we caught this when we did, and it didn't cause any accidents. It almost looks like it got hot. You can see there on the ends. And then it also moves a little bit. You probably can't really see that very well, but you can definitely hear it. So we got new ones from Napa. Went ahead and got all the mating service cleaned up. Inside here I've got cleaned up. And then about to put the new one on, and then start changing the brakes. So thank you, shout out to Napa for having this stuff on hand. It really saves me, saves us a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this on, and then we'll start doing brakes. So here's our new wheel bearing from Napa. It's got the ABS wire. This is the Fleet Defense Guard. So they said this is the best one they have in stock. Yep, looks like a brand new wheel bearing to me. So I will go ahead and we're gonna start slapping this thing back together. Yeehaw. Okay, so here's our fancy new wheel bearing. You can see we got no noise, smooth as butter. Got our dust cover back on. ABS line ran, connected just fine. Everything fell right into place. I did put some anti-seize in there. I know a lot of people do that, some people don't. But I cleaned up the inside of that and put that in there. It's what we've always done and never had a problem. So I've got this torqued down with Ugga Duggas. Same thing with these bolts back here. There are also some Ugga Duggas. Whenever I get it back, whenever I get the brakes on it, I'll make sure this is torqued to spec, and then we'll be good. But for right now, we get to finally start on brakes. So here we go. Alrighty, here we are. We got 1 new brake rotor, 2 new brake pads. Spins real freely, no noise. And I had to put the bolt back in here so the rotor don't come off on the road. So I had to make sure that stayed on there. I didn't want the brakes falling off while we're driving. Jokes, of course. Going to go ahead and get the other side started, and hopefully we can get all of them done today. So, on to the driver's side. All right, so all rotors, pads, and this wheel bearing is on. Sorry I wasn't able to record most of it. I mean, you do one, you pretty much have done them all. So, there they are. All new pads and rotors everywhere. She should stop pretty good. I do want to take y'all underneath here. Kind of see how clean this thing is. Now this is a 2011 Suburban. This is a 1500. This was one owner. Bought here locally, new. Older doctor couple. Kept it in pretty good shape, I'd say. So, looks pretty good. Very happy with how it looks underneath here. It's the first time I've been this much underneath of it. So, yeah. Here we are. All done. Gonna put the wheels back on. And then since we did this wheel bearing, I want to make sure that's tight to spec. I think I seen online it was 177 foot-pounds. Don't quote me on this. Do your own research, please. These 3 bolts right here for the hub bearing, 133 foot-pounds. These back ones here, I think these were about 7. I think this one was like 74, maybe 33 here. Not exactly sure, but that's why I'm breathing so hard. I haven't had to torque anything down in a long time. But we are all good to go. I'm going to go ahead and get this on the ground with the wheels on it. Oh, sorry. I need to get Mom up in it so she can hold the brakes so I can tighten that wheel bearing down. But there we are. Going to keep on trucking. All right, there she is. Back on the ground. Everything's all torqued to spec. And we are good to go. I think I forgot to make an update post. This is me and Michaela's new ride, or rather Michaela's new ride. We still have the RAV4. If it's been on the channel, I can't remember, but we still have it. This came up locally. It's a 2011 Chevy Suburban 1500. It's an LT model. It's got 205,000 miles on it. It was bought brand new by an older doctor couple here locally, and it popped up. It was on the lot for less than a day, and I drove past it, seen it, called the guy up, and went ahead and made a deal and got it home. So this is Michaela's new car. We still have the RAV as like a backup work vehicle, but just take a look at this inside. I mean, this thing is spotless in here. It's really sharp. We're really happy we were able to find it this local to us. This does have the displacement on demand, which I have already, before 24 hours of ownership, I already had it disabled in HP tuners. So I already had that turned off. It was always kept up on oil changes. I got 50 plus service records of oil changes. So they took really good care of it, and it being a one owner, bought it from the dealership I bought it from. So that was pretty nice that it's been locally its whole time, and you've seen underneath of it how clean it was. So yeah, we got all 4 new brake pads, all 4 new brake rotors, and a nice passenger wheel bearing. So I'm done for the day. So now I get to go home, relax, maybe watch some football. But that's going to do it for this video and the 2011 Suburban. This is Trevor here at McNeil's Garage, and we'll see you later.